Good morning, kindergarten. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our greeting for today. For our greeting, we are going to do a double high five, so you can go ahead and greet your family members with a good morning and a double high five. Let's look at our calendar. Yesterday was May 6th, which means today is May 7th. Yesterday was our 157th day of school, which means today is our, what comes after 157? 158, our 158th day of school. All right, what day of the week was it yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. And if today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. Woohoo! Hopefully, I will see some of you guys at the parade tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. If you can't make it, don't worry, but if you can, I'm really looking forward to it. And I also really wanted to thank you guys for the special messages and videos that you sent in for Teacher Appreciation Week. It really touched my heart, so I really appreciate that so much. And just know that I love you and I miss you, and it really meant a lot to me. All right, let's go ahead and look at our morning message. Good morning, Kinder Crew. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Which number is greater? All right, so we're going to be circling the number that is greater or bigger than the other number. All right, so let's compare our first numbers. 25 and 51. Which number is greater, 25 or 51? 51. 51 is greater. All right, let's look at our next group. 11 and 6. Which number is greater, 11 or 6? 11. 11 is a bigger number. All right, our next number is 90 and 60. Which number is greater? 90. All right, we're going to circle 90. Up here, which number is greater, 15 or 30? Which number is greater or bigger? 30. All right, 10 and 4. Which number is greater, 10 or 4? 10. And last, 45 and 60. Which number is greater? 60. Awesome job, kindergarten. Love Mrs. Jones and Mrs. Whalen. For your math review page, for number 1, which number tells how many frogs are left on the log? So, there were frogs on the log, 1 left. Which number tells how many frogs are left on the log? So there were 5 frogs on the log, 1 left. Which number tells you how many frogs are left? And for number 2, which picture shows 2 fewer shells than the group shown? So you want to find a group down here that has 2 fewer shells than this group. So think about what you can do to this group to help you find the group down here that has 2 fewer shells. Mathematicians, for math today, you are going to be looking at items and deciding what shape they are, and then you are also going to be looking at items and drawing the shape that they look like. So, to review, the shapes that we have learned in this unit are a triangle, a square, a rectangle, a circle, and a hexagon. So, we are going to look at some items and we're going to decide which shape are they based on their characteristics. So the first item we have here is our buzzer. So we have one of our classroom buzzers. What shape does it look like? The first thing we can do is we can examine the characteristics of this item. Does this item have any sides? Nope. Does it have any corners? Nope. So automatically we know we can eliminate all of the shapes that have sides and corners. So we know this is shaped like a circle. Awesome. All right, let's look here at this sign. What shape does this look like? Let's look at its characteristics. Does it have sides? Yes, it has 4. Does it have corners? It has 4. So I'm looking for a shape that has 4 sides and 4 corners. So it wouldn't be a triangle, it wouldn't be a hexagon, and it wouldn't be a circle. Is it a square or a rectangle? Are all of the sides the same length? Yes, so I know it's a square. All right, the next one we're gonna look at is one of our sight word cards. So we can look here and see it has 4 sides and 4 corners, so we're only going to look at the shapes that have 4 sides and 4 corners. Are all the sides the same length? No, they're not. These two are the same length and these two are the same length, which means it's a rectangle. And our last item, we have our banner. What shape does this look like? Okay, there are 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 corners. And our only shape up here that has that is our triangle. So this is a triangle. And I don't have any items in the classroom that are shaped like a hexagon, but I could hold up an item and I can compare if it had the same number of sides and corners, and if it looked like a hexagon, then that's the shape that I would choose. So you're going to be choosing the shapes that items look like, and then you are going to be drawing your own shapes based on what the objects look like. Writers, today we are going to be working on the final page of our animal research books. We are going to be writing any other fun facts that we learned about our animal. And you guys have been doing such a great job this week writing in complete sentences and including all of your information. So we're going to do the same thing for page 4. So we have our page 4. We're going to look at 4 on our graphic organizer, and we're gonna write our other fun facts. So my other fun fact is that there are very few pandas left in the wild. So there are less than 1,000. So I'm going to write that fact in a complete sentence in my research book. So I'm going to write, there are less than 1,000 pandas left in the wild. And I'm going to end with my period. So you want to, again, make sure you're stating your animal. You want to start with a capital letter. Make sure you have spaces between your words, and make sure you are ending with a period. We're going to edit our books next week, but you can also make sure to pay attention when you're writing it to make sure you're using our tools that we have to make our writing easy to read. Capitalizing the first letter, spaces between our words, and punctuation at the end. And then you can go ahead and draw your picture of your fun fact. Awesome job, writers. Readers, you guys have done a lot of great work this year becoming super readers. You guys learned sound power, picture power. You learned how to tap the sounds in the words and blend them together. You have become awesome readers. So the more that we read, the more that we need to practice reading fluently. So at the beginning of the year, when we were learning to tap the sounds and then say the word, our reading sounded a little bit like robots. And that's okay, because we were still learning how to say the sounds in the words. And we might still be doing that, especially for longer words. And again, that's okay. But as you start to learn more words and as you start to blend the words more quickly, we want to try to read fluently. And what that means, it means to read like you are talking. So the way that I'm talking right now, am I talking like a robot? No, right then I was talking like a robot, but normally I would not talk like a robot. I am saying my words in a fluid motion and I'm saying them in a clear way. So we want to try to practice reading fluently when we're reading our book. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. We're going to go back to our book, Pig and Pug, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can practice your books reading fluently, and you would practice in your Just Right reading books. So I'm going to start here. So this is the way that we've been practicing to read so far. Pig lives on a farm. There are 4 cows. There are 10 chickens. There are 6 sheep. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You read all the words correctly, and that's great. And sometimes you might have had to stop and sound out a word. So for example, if you had to stop and say sheep, sheep. But once you know what the words are, and maybe once you've read it once through by tapping the words, you can go back to the page again and try to read it more fluently. Now that I know what all of these words are, I want to go back and read it like I'm talking. Pig lives on a farm. There are 4 cows. There are 10 chickens. There are 6 sheep. So I want to make sure that once I know the words, I'm reading it like I'm talking. So I can look up here. But there is just one pig. Pig. So now, again, I have figured out what the words are, so I want to read the sentence fluently. And I can run my finger along the bottom of the sentence to help me remember to read it fluently. Once I've read it through, pointing to all the words so I know what all the words are, I can go back and drag my finger under the sentence to help remind me to now read it like I'm talking. But there is just one pig. All right, so we're going to do one more page. And I'm going to make sure first I know the words. Every morning, the animals go to work. The cows give milk. The chickens lay eggs. The sheep eat grass. All right, now that I know the words, I'm going to go back and read it fluently. Every morning, the animals go to work. The cows give milk. The chickens lay eggs. The sheep eat grass. So that's what I want us to practice today, readers. I want you to make sure you're reading books in your Just Right reading level, and I want you to practice this skill of reading fluently. So you can figure out what the words are first, and then go back and read like you are talking. Awesome job today, K1. You did a really great job. You worked so hard, so you should be very proud of yourselves. I hope to see some of you tomorrow at the parade. I'll be there waving with a big sign, and I can't wait to see your smiling faces. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.